It's week 6 of the NFL.
And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels.
He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Commanders and the Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner. This should be a good one here in the month of October. Got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Baltimore. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, already season 7. Greg, he's won a couple of MVPs, and he's as talented as we see in the league.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Andrews is able to pick up that first down, and it's just so nice to see him back on the field. He had that brutal leg injury a year ago. He had over 500 yards in just 10 games, so the production is still there. He's always going to be one of Lamar Jackson's favorite targets, and I can tell you what, they're excited to have him back in the lineup.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. That's on the center, Tyler Lindebaum.
Still 2nd down.
In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. He'll try and run for this with Henry.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
A first down throw for Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They get 14 yards and set up first and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. From a little closer, here's second and goal. Jackson looking to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this is the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here. They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he will have the Commanders' 1st down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. They'll try to get the running game going. His 1st carry. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. They'll look to set up the screen here. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That pass taken in by McLaurin.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, He's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently second in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. They'll motion a tight end right. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's to the tight end, Charlie Kolar. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Bateman is the motion man. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. In motion comes Andrews. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky he at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he is putting in the work, dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Up the middle they go. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On first down, Daniels. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Daniels now going to look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And that'll set up fourth down. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This one will be from 37 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. Jackson going to keep it himself. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Commanders with the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Second and 7. On the ground, here's Henry. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Here's the give to Henry running right. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now, Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are out to a 10-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category. Jackson now to throw on first down. He's going to tuck it and go. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he's out of bounds in great shape down at the 15-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
They'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Jackson on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of a first down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Bateman is the motion man. Now Lamar going to hang on to it, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Henry. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it's going to be 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense about ready to take over once more. The next drive about to start as we take a look ahead to what's coming up the next couple of nights. Starting tonight, Sunday Night Football, it's the Bengals and Giants at MetLife Stadium, 8:20 Eastern Time. Followed tomorrow by Monday Night Football. Quick turnaround for the stadium crew. The Bills and the Jets also at MetLife. Kickoff there, 8:15 from Jersey. The motion man here is McClure. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. Now a 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now a give up the middle. Room to run past midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Holding offense.
Throwing now, Daniel. This one brought in by Brown.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
This one complete. Right side, it's Watson.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Tress Way now as he's on to punt for Washington. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 5. Second down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try to run for it. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Bateman is the motion man. A 1st down throw for Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Receiver in motion. Going right. Off the play fake. Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Kyle. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
So here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Commanders, who are out on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Eagles who are out in front. 2 touchdowns there for Saquon Barkley. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The Cards looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. The 2nd half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this 2nd half. About to get started. Patterson now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels, with the rest of the Commanders' offense. He's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL leader in touchdown passes. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Throwing on second down, Daniel. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the left side in the hands of Watson. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Throwing again, Daniel. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll come up here, first and 10. The man in motion is Watson. Now give on the ground. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Here's Daniel. Throwing right, it's taken in. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Daniels now on first down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now Daniels. They'll look to set up the screen here. And the Commanders are going to be looking at a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. The tight end Ertz in motion. They'll go with him again. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Injured player on the field, and he's battled through injuries throughout his career. Christian Watson, the injured party. They were stopped on second down, now third and goal from the 1. They'll run, and he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Deebo Samuel, touchdown Washington. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Third and long for Jackson. Into space at the 45. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down. In motion comes Andrews. Play action now. Jackson. First down throw there is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Third and long. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it at about the 8. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
First and goal, and it's Henry. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, second down and goal. A design run here with Jackson, and he will take it in himself. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Baltimore. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Here's first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That pass taken in by McLaurin. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Laramie Tunsil, the big tackle, flagged there. They'll throw with Daniels. He'll go right and find his running back. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To the air again is Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. The man in motion is Watson. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Daniels going to throw again. He'll get this out to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Commanders. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders move out to a 24-10 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting things in order as they sitting up here with you. This is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man downfield. It's DeAndre Hopkins with the grab. A pickup there of 28 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Pistol give to Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down. Jackson. Throw over the middle. Brought in by Hopkins. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Jackson looking to throw. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown, but either way.
To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work, and it would appear they're about to go 6-0. Trying to kill some clock and get out of here with that win. This drive starts 1st and 10. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Catch made there by Watson. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. The Commanders set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner. picks up the first down.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a give. Heading right, it's Henry. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Here's a 2nd and 12. Hopkins sent in motion. A pass pulled in by Henry.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession as they try to finish things off here in the 4th, and that current 5-game win streak looks like it's about to become 6. Finding room across midfield, and they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Good running inside the 25. Wadarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. Daniels now on 1st down. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end, Mark Andrews, that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Jackson now. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision. Down 8, going for 2. To the air one more time with Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Patterson now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. That would qualify as an angry run, powering his way forward. A pickup of 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. First carry for one of the most versatile players in the league, Cordero Patterson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. The Commanders about to send this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down. Throwing Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he'll finally be taken down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. It's a gain of 34. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. They'll drop to throw. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. It is 2nd down and 5. They'll send him over to the left. Play action now. Jackson. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On the carry, it's Patterson. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the ground, here comes Patterson. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. 70 seconds left to go in this game. Third and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They're all set to punt this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. It is Hopkins.
And when you look back at the success Newton had while in college, the Big Ten defense the year in 2023, Mike, with 7.5 sacks. And over the years, the Washington Commanders have shown their willingness to invest, especially in the defensive line. And he's joining one of the deeper and more talented interior defensive line units in the entire league.
The pressure intensifies for 4th down and 3. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Here we go. This is 4th down. One last shot now for Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And this is a touchdown! They have tied it on the final play. Now to win the game.
Unbelievable, Mike. I mean, what a game, what a finish. They knew they had to have the touchdown, and they got it. And now they are an extra point away from winning this game.
So, all zeros on the clock. This is for the win. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So it's a win here for the Ravens. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out the 1-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.